first, would you be willing to share the details of the project that you just landed that you sent me on Instagram? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we share them?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's any specific things that you want me to like start out with.
I mean, just what the
Uh,
project was, like what you're doing, and
oh
the rate, if you're comfortable.
yeah. I say if I can remember the breakdown. I remember the total, but I
I
don't.
think I
I need
remember
to
the
remember
rough
like what the
breakdown.
break.
Yeah, go
So the
ahead.
total project is 4,500,
Which is
I believe. Yeah,
amazing.
which is super
So
excited about.
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I had never sent out that big of an invoice just in general,
Yeah.
even for like my illustration work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, nothing that big.
How did that
But this
feel?
year, oh my God, it was honestly it was unreal. And the big thing that I'm working on for myself this year that I started this year and will full on do next year
Yeah.
is mindset.
Yeah. So
I
just for
am so
reference, we're recording in December 2021. People won't
yeah.
hear this until 2022, but I just want to give people a space.
Oh
We're
yeah.
December 2021. Okay, so mindset. Go ahead.
So yeah, mindset. I am so good at putting myself down and
Mm,
convincing myself that things cannot happen for me. And I hear people say that on other podcasts and other things, and I'll be like, I don't do that to myself. No, I definitely do. Like I'll hear on, like your podcast or somebody else's, like, oh, I got a $2,000 invoice for like that one invoice. And I'm like, I could never send a $2,000 invoice. That's
mm,
silly. Um, and so after I got this, I was really like, you know what? I'm not allowing myself to think those things anymore. Like
yeah.
if I'm going to will this into existence. Like so like literally every day, every time I caught myself being like, she's not gonna agree to those numbers. No, she's not gonna do that. And I'm like, no,
Because it was like you said a month
no.
or two between the time you sent it and that you like heard
Yeah.
back, which it takes time. Businesses need time to like think about it and process it and decide when it fits in their calendar. It's like people like want a decision yesterday, and it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
Oh,
you're
I was
really,
the whole
yeah.
yeah, the whole first day that I sent it, I was a wreck.
Yeah.
Um and but yeah, the breakdown was so the way that I kind of came up with it was I figured out that my hourly, now that I've been out of school for so long, I've had, X amount of experience, blah blah blah. And um as like a side note, I don't really hate the fact that I had to have all of these like retail experiences and stuff like that for
Mm,
jobs because I'm realizing now how well-rounded it makes me. I
mm-hmm.
now know the production side, I know the design side, and then I know the retail side, which is something that I never would have had to experience if I hadn't gotten like those layoffs and stuff like that. So when I'm building this invoice and I was trying to think of like my hourly rate and stuff like that, I really did put all of that into perspective for myself. I'm like, no, I have this and this and this and this
Yeah.
that I can bring to the table. So I'm going to set my hourly rate at like $50 an hour as like a
Yes.
base.
Yeah.
And then I will adjust it, you know, per um per project or
Sure.
whatever it is that I need. So the two things that this designer needed, well, first of all, she does bridal. Let me start with that.
Yeah.
She does bridal separate. And
Okay.
so her whole like, company mission basically is to bring it first of all inclusive sizing.
Oh, cool.
So anywhere from a 0 to a 20. And then she does want after she like kicks it off and stuff like that, she does want to go bigger than that as well. And she is a minority business owner, which
Okay, cool.
was also a minority. It was very important to me to be able to like connect with other people that were like that.
Yeah.
Um, and she's building a team right now, but she's essentially by herself. And she wants to do like mix and match pieces. So nothing super crazy. Like she's really crepe wide leg pants, crop tops, some are lace, some are, whatever. So so I'd reached out to her like I would, do you need any design help, blah blah blah. And she was like, yeah, actually I need, after a few calls I had with her, we broke it down to that she needed sourcing for her lace
Okay.
because she's having issues with like fit and stuff like that, specifically with like around her lace pieces. And certain sizes aren't fitting from, even though they're the same material and they're supposed to be the same size, but they're coming from different factories and they're different, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I was very upfront with her that like I can do tech packs, but I am not a technical designer. So I can do fittings and stuff like that. I've done fittings, but I am not going to be the one to do like grading or patterns or anything like that. Like I'm going to be so straight up with you. I hate patterns. I am a draper. I don't like anything that has to be super technical, like 1 inch here, half inch
Yeah.
there. That's not me. I don't do that.
Like the POM, you're
Um,
like, yeah, no, not happening.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm not that person.
Yeah.
But when I'm fitting something to a person, like, fit models and stuff like that, that's
Yeah.
what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So she needs sourcing for her lacing and she needs tech packs done for the 18 pieces that she
Okay.
has in her collection currently.
Yeah.
Um, and she uses this site that I had never heard of before called Enabled. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's basically an all-inclusive website for design brands
Oh.
that you can have like they basically put the tech pack together for you, so you don't have to use Excel or anything like that.
Oh,
You can
interesting.
upload, yeah, you can upload photos, the tech sketch, like all the things that they have you, list out all of your materials, like all these different things. So yeah, it's NABLD.
Oh, I wrote down enabled like
I
ENNABLD.
Yeah, that I honestly I had the hardest time remembering what the
Okay.
website was for a while.
NABLD. Yeah, I'm gonna
Not
look
it.
it up for sure. Yeah. Interesting. We'll link
Um,
to it in the show notes. Yeah.
yeah. And I think they actually did like Project Runway or something like
Oh,
that. One of the
wow.
people that was on there, they
Yeah.
used it to
Yeah.
help them organize for like their collections or something like that. So she said she wants to be as digital as possible and she wants to do everything through this website and they do offer help if you do need help with sizing or tech packs or anything like that. They offer that actually through their website,
Okay, gotcha.
but it's extra things that you have to pay for.
Right.
So that site was actually charging I think $600 or more per tech pack,
Okay.
which for what she's doing, she has such like basic pieces. Nothing's like a crazy outerwear,
It's not
whatever.
like a technical ski jacket. Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's nothing super intense about it. So I was like, $600 for a tech pack is kind of crazy because you have 18 pieces.
And a lot of those details, like the BOMs, are going to just be like save as, make a few changes.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
And so I was like, since you have 18 and you're paying like for all 18 at once, I'll basically break it down to like $200 a tech pack.
Yeah.
Per piece so that and I did want to emphasize that too. That was one of like the emails like in my follow-up that
Yeah.
I was like, you know, please confirm the amount of pieces so I know how much to like make this invoice
Yeah,
for
yeah,
because
yeah.
I didn't want her to think that it was going in like sets. Like one tech pack was like a set,
Right.
a top and a bottom. I
Right.
was like, no, 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 there's 18 of them. So it's 18 times 200,
Yeah.
not like a top and a bottom times 200.
Right.
Again, I'm making all these things up in my head as to why she wouldn't be paying this amount.
Yeah.
Um,
And then you're like, no, it's
so
like just because the top and the pants coordinate, that's two tech packs, not one. It's two separate pieces.
yeah,
Yeah. But you're like, oh, she's never going to go for that.
yeah. So that was the breakdown for that. And then the sourcing, she only needs like 3 laces or so. Um, and so I said that I would be the one to like coordinate with her contacts and, those type of things. And I would have the samples like sent to my house and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. So I can um take a look at those. So I broke that part down to be 900
Okay.
because
Gotcha.
she said it shouldn't take more than like I don't know, like a day's work, one full work days of work
Right. Right.
worth of.
Right. Right.
And I was like, you know what? I feel like a day is kind of not realistic. So I
Yeah.
was like, make it 900 and we're going to make it 1 to 3 days
Yeah.
worth of.
Yeah.